2-57019, People State of Michigan versus Dejan Quinton Oates. Mr. Oates, please state your full name, sir.
Dejan Oates.
Thank you, Mr. Oates. You have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel.
And on behalf of Mr. Oates, Judge, we waive the formal reading as of this time, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Court dates are June 8th, 2023, at probable cause hearing, 8:30, followed by preliminary examination at June 15th, 1:45. Both matters are in front of Judge King.
When will I get this warrant? And what do you mean both matters?
I'm talking about the court dates.
Yeah, well, my attorney said there was a warrant that was signed. When will I get that? I need to see that.
Well, that your attorney will show you, Mr. Oates. But in this case, Counsel Reagan, do you want me to read the charges to Mr. Oates?
No, Judge, well, go ahead. Yeah, please read the charges, Your Honor, please.
All right. Mr. Oates, let me tell you what the charges are. You're charged with count 1, homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated. Allegedly that you did deliberately with the intent to kill and with premeditation, kill and murder 1, Michael Alvin Murray. Maximum penalty is life without parole. Count 2, weapons, felony, firearm. You did allegedly carry or have in your possession a firearm, specifically a handgun, at the time you committed or attempted to commit a felony, which is first degree murder. Penalty is 2 years consecutively with and preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for a felony or attempt felony conviction. Those are the charges, Mr. Oates. Allegedly occurred on October 7, 2022 in the area of 21500 Finkel Avenue, City of Detroit. Do you understand that, Mr. Oates?
Yeah, and when will I get the
Okay,
warrant?
now, Mr. Oates, please don't say anything other than, as long as you understand, those are the charges, everything's being recorded. It's
So, Judge,
getting a copy, okay, of the charges. That'll be your attorney that will give you a copy as part of your discovery material. But did you understand both court dates, sir?
Can you say it one more time?
Sure. June 8th, it's at 8:30. It's probable cause hearing. And preliminary examination, June 15th, 1:45. Both matters are in front of Judge King. Both court dates are in front of Judge King.
Is there a way I can get another judge other than him?
No, sir. This matter is assigned to Judge King. Now, you can talk to your attorney, whoever your attorney is, whether it's retained or assigned, but you can talk to your attorney about whether or not it's going to be Judge King or another judge. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Counsel Reagan, did you want to go first?
Well, yeah, Judge, just briefly, I want Mr. Oates to get a copy of everything from Mr. Noakes, who's his lawyer. So as soon as this process can move forward, he'll be able to get a copy of the warrant, a copy of, all discovery. So obviously he has another matter, another homicide that he's remanded on. Mr. Noakes represents him on that. So Mr. Noakes should get all this information and be able to pass it on to Mr. Oates as soon as possible, Judge.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. One bond condition, Mr. Oates, you're not to have any contact with any of the witnesses in this case. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. And APA, Vincent?
Thanks, Judge. In this particular matter, the people would be asking for remand. We understand that this individual is already being held on remand for an alleged, with the same charges. In this particular matter, Judge, well, just a preface to this. So this defendant is being charged with a shooting subsequent homicide that occurred on October 7th, like this judge said, on 8 Mile Road at a gas station. The actual circumstances surrounding it were caught on camera footage, both on green light as well as the gas station footage itself. In this particular matter, Judge, the defendant is being charged with the first-degree homicide because he ended up fleeing that scene, and allegedly, Your Honor, he ended up going closer nearby to 21500 Finkel, And there's surveillance video in this area as well that ended up capturing this incident. The defendant ends up, he's observed to be shooting. The other individual, I believe that Your Honor had already mentioned that deceased's name.
Mr. Murray.
The defendant gets out of a vehicle and shoots that deceased. Your Honor, the shell casings at the first incident site at that gas station and the shell casings at this now second shooting match. There are cell phone records that were performed by the police through multiple different ways, through forensic extraction dumps and pen register search warrants that end up finding allegedly incriminating texts that hold the defendant responsible in this shooting, Judge, as well as the fact that pings end up putting the defendant in the same area of the second shooting based on cell phone records. So, Your Honor, we have the video footage, we have the shell casings, we have these multiple texts, as well as the fact that we have an individual based on the phone records that the police ended up inquiring into, found out who one of the individuals was, who made a statement looking at one of the single shot photos of this second shooting where the defendant was identified as the shooter. For those reasons, Judge, the people would reiterate that we would be asking for remand just like the defendant had in his first homicide case.
Well, thank you. Counsel Reagan, did you want to respond?
Judge, I just want to make sure Mr. Oates gets the warrant, a copy of his warrant, so that he can see the warrant and get the information that he would like to have.
Okay. Well, counsel, I believe that he will, Mr. Oates, please don't say anything, but I believe, Counsel Reagan, that Mr. Oates will get a copy of all his documentation from his attorney, which is a copy of the discovery packet. All right, anything, given I have representations from both sides, Mr. Oates already has a pending homicide case where he's remanded. In this case, because it is murder first degree, and because I heard all the representations, Mr. Oates, allegedly he is a danger to the community or as a danger, okay, in this matter, he's going to be remanded to the county jail. Thank you.
Please subscribe to help the channel.